What's up, guys? It's Kaylee Wolf and Josh Alves from Rivals, and we're going to answer some fan questions for you guys. If you have any questions or you want to submit anything, put it in the comments, and we'll answer it on the next one. Let's start with the Discord comments.
I'm down.
Or
Let's do
questions.
this. Discord
Comments.
questions.
Questions are just comments with a question mark at the end.
You just blew my mind right there. I didn't know.
It's the dumbest thing I've ever said. So Brandon asked who our biggest inspiration is for each of us. It doesn't have to be a musician.
Ooh, okay. This is a good one. And I was kind of thinking about this. How do I answer this last night? Or how do I answer this tonight? I was
You've
thinking about
put
last
thought
night.
into it. I
I did a little bit, yeah. So I want to say a couple of different people. Probably number one is David Bowie for a lot of weird reasons. Part of those reasons is because I've always just loved his music and his style.
Yeah.
Very just outward and expressive, and it's like his demeanor commands attention, and I absolutely love that. Number two, surprisingly enough, I've always loved Marilyn Manson's like aesthetic.
I hate to do this to you, but it says who's your biggest inspiration?
Just one person?
One person.
Gosh. David Bowie. Sex icon. Done. What about you?
Damn, that's a really hard question.
Just on the fly. Who do you think? Yeah, I mean.
I'm gonna be cliche. I'm gonna say Hayley Williams.
Why Hayley Williams?
Because I feel like if we haven't, everyone's like, oh, you can't get Hayley Williams, but you have to give her credit where credit's due. She's literally the reason most women today are vocalists, especially in the rock sphere. You have to give her credit. Like, she literally was the person who made most of today's vocalists, younger women vocalist. Mm-hmm. And like even Olivia Rodrigo, Hayley Williams is an icon in so many ways. And I would honestly say, and not only that, she's a business person. She has her own hairline. She's just all over a very big influence and a big inspiration. So I'm going to say Hayley Williams, but Paramore.
I think what's also great about her is that she's not afraid to be herself in all of those aspects or all of those platforms that, whether it's the business line or was it hair, right?
Yeah,
hair coloring.
Yeah, she does hair coloring.
I'm sure other things too.
Yeah.
But even in her interviews, how she's on stage, she has fun on stage. She interacts with her band. I put her right up there with like Janis Joplin or Madonna.
No doubt.
No, yeah, Gwen Stefani. Honestly, yeah, like Gwen Stefani was I think that
Gwen Stefani was the Hayley Williams of her time.
Yeah, 100%.
Like people wanted to be her so bad.
Same thing with David Bowie too. Like. Yeah. These people that are like so iconic because they have good work ethic. Mm-hmm. They know what they want. Mm-hmm. And even when they don't know, they're willing to find out by going through the process of whatever it is, Mm-hmm. 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 Next question.
Okay. Next question.
Should I ask the next question?
Sure.
Okay. So this is a Discord question from Jordan Love. Mm-hmm. Remember the artist that would come out to like give us paintings or whatever? Mm-hmm. Okay. She says, Kaylee, how integral would you say your design talents are to Rivals?
Oh, like my graphic stuff. Huge. I don't think people realize how many graphics go into band or not even just band, but like companies in general. And how much money would be spent. We save so much money from me doing all of our graphics, like so much. So I would say huge. And then I get to like, in a sense, control the like creative narrative as well. Like it comes from my vision and I'm like, I want this. And so then I make it because I'm the one doing it. So I would say huge, like massive.
One of the biggest things I've always loved about Rivals, being a fan first and going to those first few shows and then getting involved and see where it is now. I've always felt that you've paid attention to the bigger picture as far as aesthetics and everything and putting a lot of thought process into that. And I wanted to ask, and I'm sure other people want to know this too, what transpired you to want to go with the red on this new stuff?
This new stuff. Yeah, we're sticking to red. So if you're watching this and you are prepared, the next year is going to be red. Sorry, you hate red. That's what it is. It's too damn bad. I don't know. I just had this like vision. And I was like, when nobody loves me, I like, of course, love. I was like, Valentine's Day. And I hate pink. So I was like, okay, I'm going to go red because Valentine's Day, the other color for Valentine's Day is red. It's red. And I was like, we need to do red. And then when I saw that picture for that shoot for your like the hair, I was like, yeah, we got to do Josh's hair red. I know people were like, why didn't you do blue? And I was like, I just don't like blue as a physical thing. Like as like I just don't feel like it transcends well in regards to like a graphical thing too. Like blue's very overlooked sometimes. And red's like, for me, just like stands out a lot more. So, yeah, we're sticking to red.
I think what's really interesting too is that red is associated with so many really big, I don't know if I'm saying this correctly, but like emotions. There's a reason why McDonald's uses red and yellow. There's a reason why this coffee cup is red, yellow, and black. It makes you think of there's like a cerebral element to certain colors. And I feel like blue also has a lot of meaning. Black for a lot of people, green, yellows and oranges. So I thought what was so dope about this new red that we're going for is that it's not only just a big part of the statement piece, it's also like kind of been, if you go back and you look at like our tour photos and different promo shots, red's kind of always been there. There's been sometimes. It's hidden. It's hidden.
Don't let him lie to you.
There's red little twisty things in your blue hair right now.
That's because I'm doing red for this era, Josh.
All right, next question.
Okay, next question. Okay, Josh.
Yes.
Is there anything art related you're working on now independently or otherwise that you've been super excited about?
Yes, but I don't want to say it right away yet.
Perfect. I will. He's working on a comic book. You see, I'm doing it so that he's forced to do it.
Oh,
he has no choice now.
Yes. So
you can't bitch out now, baby.
Oh, it's embarrassing. Am I flushing yet? Okay. Flushing. I flushed. Sorry. Yeah, no, I'm really excited about this. This is going to be. I'm really excited about this because I grew up drawing comics, like DIY things. Going to Comic-Con would have like a thing where you could go and like show your portfolio to like Marvel or Image Comics or DC, and you get rated and stuff like that. And a lot of the times they want to see like paneling. How do you outlay an entire story? Even in college, I was studying to be an animator or a storyboard artist. Like it's all about finding a narrative or a story and figuring out a good way of like showcasing that so people can understand what's happening and whatnot. And I wanted to do that with us because we're just a bunch of nerdy kids. And like
we're not kids.
A bunch of nerdy adults. Like we like to live in our dreams and our fantasies. And it's like, why not find a way to put that and translate that in a fictional setting that's on paper or on desktop or whatever, where you can put these characters that are kind of like beloved and put them in a weird setting that can say so much, just like how your lyrics are. It can say so much. Let's do that same thing, but in a material, not materialistic sense, but in a physical, two-dimensional sense. I guess is my point. Well, I'm really excited about that.
Now he has to do it.
Holding myself accountable.
The podcast is holding you accountable.
Shay from Discord asked Kaylee, "What would be your favorite sport to be added to the Olympics, imaginary or not? What would be that sport?"
Is kickball in the Olympics? Because it should be.
What kind of kickball are we talking about?
Just regular kickball.
Regular old kickball?
The old soccer mixed with baseball. What do you mean? Kickball should be in the Olympics. And if it's not, it should be. I mean, they have people who ski and shoot and then ski and then shoot and then ski and then shoot. They carry rifles on their backs. That's a sport. Why is it kickball?
This is saying in the 2019 Greek Olympics, there was kickball.
That's right.
Yeah.
Wait, it's already added.
Is it still in it now?
I'm working on that. I'm trying to. There's apparently 33 Olympic sports.
Oh my God.
And skiing and shooting is one of them.
I don't know that it still is because under K it just says karate.
Oh yeah, that's right. Martial arts is a part of the Olympics. Oh yeah, okay.
So, kickball.
For me, it would be dodgeball.
Ooh.
Right? Can you imagine?
That's a good one too.
Right? Could you imagine just like
The old soccer, but with throwing at people.
nations going to war with each other over dodgeball games or unifying nations together over dodgeball games?
So fun fact. I forgot, it was some type of like South American culture, and that's how they settled arguments was through soccer.
I've seen that.
Oh, yeah.
And I was like, see, less people have to die. Well, there's way better ways to solve domestic issues.
Rock, paper, scissors.
Ooh, that's a good one.
You got a 1/3 chance of winning. Well, I guess it's 50-50.
Another one I think would be like a bake-off. What are you guys doing? I didn't know what you were doing because all I saw was the camera over your hand, so you're just doing this, and I was like, "What is Kay doing over there?" I think.
Oh yeah, Josh. Shay wants to know from Discord what the Shay from the Discord wants to know what's the most DIY thing you've had to improvise during a show.
Okay. I got a funny story, actually.
Oh, God.
I'll try to keep it short. So I was I was a backline tech for the Reverend Horton Heat Fest in Long Beach.
Okay.
And one of our backline drum kits it was the one that should not have been there. It was a bunch of broken pieces. On the bass drum, one of the legs was missing entirely. So it like the bass drum spurs, so it only had one leg, and then the floor tom didn't have any legs for that too. So I was like, okay, well this band is going to play a 45-minute set, and right now the drum kit's not inoperable. What do I do? Sure enough, I had a bunch of old drumsticks and gaff tape, and I just like went to the side of the wall or whatever, and just like broke a drumstick in half and gaff taped one inside the leg spur so that one leg was regular, the other leg was a half broken drumstick. And then I put 3 other drumsticks inside the sleeves for where the floor tom legs are. And it stayed up the entire time and did not move.
So what you're saying is we need to start a business making broken drumstick leg stick things.
Exactly.
Solid words out of my mouth right there. Solid.
So yeah, that was my...
I love that.
Right? I tried.
I love that.
Okay, next question. Let me take a look at this.
Rachel asked, me. She's asking me, what are the feelings on being a role model for girls watching you make music? What advice would you give them? What are your feelings on being a role model? I mean, honestly, I don't think about it like that. I don't really see myself as a role model.
You are.
Yeah, I guess so.
A little bit.
I just have never really thought about it like that, I guess. I've always said, like, I make our music for like the purpose of myself. And like, it wasn't till later that I kind of realized that, like, especially in this like new era I'm in, I started writing a lot of music about like finding confidence in myself, and in turn it's giving other people confidence. And yeah, I guess I am a role model. It's weird.
I've always felt that you were a big inspiration for me to go out on my own and start my own business. Seeing you do it, seeing the struggles that you went through, and being able to, at the same time, be adaptable, be resourceful, all those other things that we've always talked about. So I think when like the little kids come with their families and like they are wearing our stuff, and like you know that they're going to go home and sing their favorite songs, and that might inspire them to go do other things. It may not be a singer, but it may be like
anything. It doesn't.
The next.
I think the goal is confidence in general, and in whatever thing that facilitates you for your future. And and I'm also a firm believer that like if your thing is vibing and chilling and growing plants, that's also cool as hell. Like, and I think that's something that like I like posted it the other day about how I was like doing all these things, and then I posted one after, and I was like, just so you know, like, it is absolutely okay to not do anything, and it is absolutely valid to do nothing. And actually, that's beautiful if you think about it, that you can find and are comforted in a sense of not doing anything. That's sick, because I can't do that. Like, I have to do things or I go crazy. So it's like, I always try to like preface with people. It's like, it's okay to not work hard all the damn time. It is absolutely fine. If your vibe is showing up to your 9 to 5 and then afterwards hanging out with your friends, that is a beautiful vibe. Yeah. Like, so I don't know. Yeah, I guess I am a role model. I guess my word of advice is just do what you want and however you want to do it, and just be yourself and don't change or question how do I say this? Don't like question who you're meant to be, because it's like, I think at the end of the day, as long as you're being true to yourself in one manner or another, that's all that matters. So I'm going to say my advice is be true to yourself and do whatever you want. If you want to be an astronaut, do it. If you want to be a cottagecore baddie and plant plants, go for it. Like, I think that's
That's a good one.
Okay, that's it. Bye. Podcast is over.